Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Sports News Flash at 12 with your one and only, your host, Miguel Mike Medina. It's been a while that I haven't recorded through Zoom, but a lot of things have been happening, feeling under the weather, but I wake up victorious every single day. So, yes, I may have runny nose. Yes, I may have a little bit of headache. Yes, I may have a little bit of body ache, but I'm standing strong. I can't think too much about sickness. But all thanks to Hashem, the man above, he gives me the strength to get up from bed. Without him, I'm not alive today. So we're here and we're gonna get things rolling. I was not gonna stop doing sports news flash at all, so here we are. So first things first, Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback of the Indiana Hoosiers, he won the Heisman Trophy winner on Saturday night. He becomes the first Indiana Hoosier to win the award. So congratulations to him. He gave a very emotional speech. He claimed 2,362 points, including 643 first place votes. He beat out Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia, who had a great season. By the way, he also beat out Notre Dame's running back Jeremiah Love, and also Ohio State quarterbacks Julian Sane. It's a great. All these guys were fantastic this year, but only one can take the award, and that is Mendoza. Indiana, they're the number one team this year. They won the Big Ten over Ohio State, and he finished the season throwing for 2,980 yards, 33 touchdowns. He also ran for 6 touchdowns. And Indiana, they're the last unbeaten team in college football, and they will play in the quarterfinals at the Rose Bowl game. So they're waiting on their opponent for that one. And that game will be on January 1st. So that should be fun. And Mendoza, someone he transferred to Indiana. And what he did offensively this year for Indiana has been sensational. Kurt Signetti was there when he got the Heisman Trophy. And he deserved it. He deserved it. I'm very happy for him. And let's see how far Indiana can go once the Rose Bowl comes. So, and I want to give a shout to Diego Pavia. He had a great season. He threw for a school record 3,192 yards, 27 touchdowns. He led Vanderbilt to its first 10-win season. Congrats to him. This is a guy that went from being unrecruited out of high school to junior college, New Mexico State, and then Vanderbilt. So his journey is something that I respect, and I believe he's a man of faith as well. So I'm even a much more bigger fan of him when it comes to that. So congratulations to all these men. What a fantastic season. Although I don't watch wrestling anymore, but John Cena, he did have his final match last night, and I didn't see the match, and I'm not going to watch the match. I'm just gonna go by with what I'm reading because again, I don't watch wrestling like I once was, and I'm not going to again. But to have John Cena retire from wrestling, tapping out for everything that he's accomplished, I don't think that was the right way for him to go out. I'd rather for him to lose naturally than to tap out. I don't know. I just feel like when you tap out, that's like sad, especially if it's your last match. And the fact that John Cena is one of the four wrestlers, in my opinion, to single-handedly put the company on their back. The other guys are Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and John Cena. Those four, in my opinion, are the only four wrestlers in the history of the business to carry the company on their back because of their charisma, their talent, their mic speaking skills. their gimmicks. Even though John Cena's gimmick, I got tired of it because it was for so many years. But when it comes to the mic, he has that personality. So he has more than 20 years that he hasn't tapped out in a match. And I just don't agree. I don't agree that his 24-year tenure with WWE ends this way. I just don't agree. He lost to um who was his opponent again? Gunther, there we go. He lost to Gunther. And this event took place at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. And it was Saturday night's main event. But hey, John Cena, this is a guy that he signed with the company in 2001. Then I'll never forget when he made his debut against Kurt Angle in 2002. But what really took off his career was when he adopted the gimmick Dr. Thugonomics. So that's what kept him in the company. That's what saved him. And he became popular because of that gimmick. He finished his career as a 17-time world champion. He main evented WrestleMania 6 times. He's won the United States championship, won the Royal Rumble. He's accomplished a lot in this business, something that not so many people can do. And the fact that he did it for so long, much respect to him. He is someone that he's very respected in the locker room. And it's rare that a wrestler gets a farewell tour, something that I barely barely seen, but it happened with John Cena. So many people pay their respects to him. And hopefully he continues to have success making more movies and shows and things like that. But again, I just don't feel that he should have gone out as tapping out. I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. I just don't. In other news, the Mets, this is a franchise they have lost Pete Alonso, Brandon Nimmo, and Edwin Diaz. Now they added um someone who shined in the postseason for the Seattle Mariners, and that is Jorge Blanco. Jorge Blanco is a switch hitter, infielder. Supposedly the contract is not official yet, but I guess they're waiting for physical to be completed or something like that. But the deal is worth 40 million for 2 years, so that's not bad. The Mets are still looking for someone to fill in the first base position. I don't know who they're gonna go for. I don't know if it's gonna be Mark Vientos or Ronnie Mauricio. I don't know if it's gonna be Jeff McNeil, but that's a big spot they need to fill in first base. Polanco is 32 years old. His best offensive year was in 2021. And maybe his heroics in the postseason could be either the continuation of what we're going to see in 2026 or probably was a fluke. Hopefully, it's not a fluke. Hopefully, it's a continuation. But I think it's a solid addition for the Mets. Oh, yes, I can't forget Army versus Navy, the classic rivalry. This was their 126th meeting. Navy won for the second straight year in a row the Commander-in-Chief trophy. Donald Trump was in attendance. He did the coin toss. Um, it was it was beautiful. I mean, before the game with the national anthem, and I just, much respect to the servicemen and women that fought for this country. They've put it all on the line. And as I've gotten older, I've grown to appreciate the servicemen and women, and even the Army versus Navy game, like I've grown to appreciate it much more as I gotten older. But Navy won 17-16. Blake Horvath played a great game. That fourth down play in the fourth quarter, with less than 7 minutes to go, turned out to be the game winner. Navy's defense stepped on the second half. Army did have some momentum in the second quarter and early in the third quarter, but Navy, that second quarter, they stepped up. They stepped up. And last but not least, and this one caught me by surprise. I still can't believe that this comeback is happening, and I've always respected him as a quarterback, and that is Philip Rivers. He is expected to start for the Indianapolis Colts today against the Seattle Seahawks. The man is 44 years old. And this is someone who retired after the 2020 season. But because Daniel Jones went down with an Achilles injury, ending his season, Philip Rivers, he originally signed to the practice squad. And, from there, I mean, hey, when an opportunity presents to you, you got to take it. So his addition to the roster will mean that he will go from being this year's semifinalist in the Hall of Fame, and he won't be eligible again until 2031. Given how the Hall of Fame is nowadays, he is going to get in. Philip Rivers is one of those guys that it wouldn't bother me if he gets in the Hall of Fame. And I'm the type of person that I do have high standards. I'm a very tough critic when it comes to who should get in. But in his case, it wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't bother me as much if he gets in. I've always liked Philip Rivers. I've always respected him as a player, as a competitor. I've always loved his competitive nature. He didn't win any Super Bowls, but anytime it will be down the stretch in December or he's in the postseason, he's just someone that gives you that feeling that he was going to make life difficult for you. Whether his team will win or lose, he was going to make you sweat for it. So hopefully today goes well for him. Wish him nothing but the best. And, it's just crazy this comeback story. Well, guys, that does it for this episode of Sports News Flash at 12. Enjoy your Sunday. It's snowing here in the city. Stay warm, be safe, and may God bless each and every one of you. Take care.